Hello, lovely yogi. Welcome to Flow with Shreya. I'm Shreya, and today I'm bringing you a yin to yang flow. This is going to be a quick flow that incorporates both the yin element of yoga as well as a yang element of yoga. We'll begin with yin and end our flow with some movement. So if you want to practice some yin to yang, come flow with me. We'll begin in a child's pose. Bring your big toes together, take your knees wide, and sink your upper body towards your mat. Take a moment here just to walk both palms over towards the left edge of your mat. We're adding a side bend with our child's pose here. If you need, you can always use a blanket, block, or bolster to support your head here. You always have the option of placing the right palm over your left. Take your time here just to adjust and shift in the first few breaths. Beginning with the yin portion of our practice, know that we'll be holding these first few postures for a while. As you find the level of discomfort that works for you, begin to settle into stillness. Notice your breath in and out. If you begin to notice some chatter in your mind, allow that to float away as you bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the right side of your body filling up with oxygen as you breathe in. As you create the space, as you inhale, come back to center. Press yourself up into all fours. Find a little bit of movement here just to shift out of that space. And step your left foot to the outside of your left wrist. Find dragon pose here. You can stay here if you'd like. You can come down onto your elbows, or you can use a bolster to support your palms or forearms. You also have the option of winging out your left knee, coming on to the outer edge of your left foot for a winged dragon. Try the variations and find one that works for you. Remember that sensation will increase over time, so choose your appropriate edge accordingly. This can be an intense posture. You might feel like running away. And if you do, I encourage you to resist that urge and rather work through the discomfort by focusing on your breath. If any sensation crosses the line from discomfort into pain, you always have permission to back off. But working through our discomfort here on our mats is allowing us to practice that muscle. It's allowing us to practice getting through uncomfortable situations off our mats. As you inhale, come back to center, pressing up onto your palms. Begin to shift forward and back just to release out of that space. Then coming back onto all fours, removing any props out of your way. Sink back into your child's pose. We'll take that side bend on the opposite side. Walk both palms over towards the right edge of your mat. Again, you always have the option of using a blanket, pillow, bolster, block, or any prop to support your head here. Allow gravity to sink your hips low, rather than pushing or forcing in this space. Notice your breath as it travels into this open space you're creating in the left side of your body. And with each exhale, allow your body to sink into your mat, feel heavy. Inhale, come back to center, taking your time as you get there. And again, gently, and again, find a little bit of movement here in this space. Maybe you even tuck your toes under as you shift forward and back. And then coming back to center, step your right foot to the outside of your right wrist, finding dragon pose on the opposite side. Again, you have options here to come down onto your forearms, to wing out your right knee, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot, or even using a bolster underneath your palms or elbows. Find stillness once you've found your appropriate edge. Soften wherever you can. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to. Release any clenching in your jaw, in your glutes, around your eyebrows. Find softness. The more difficult the posture is, the more our mind wants to wander. The more our mind and our ego wants to convince us that we don't want to do this anymore. Acknowledge that and know that only you have the power to choose whether you stay or whether you listen to that voice in your head. Your breath will always be there as an anchor for you, shifting your focus to the inhale, shifting your focus to your exhale. With your next breath, release as you find some shifts forward and back. Moving any props out of your way. Find your way onto your hands and knees once more. And from your tabletop, As you inhale, drop your belly low, lift your chest. Exhale, arch the upper back, look through your thighs. Take a few rounds of cat and cow, following your own breath, going at your own pace. As we transition here from our yin practice to our vinyasa practice. Come back to center, tuck your toes under. As you exhale, shift your hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog. Again, find a little bit of movement here, maybe pedaling out your feet, maybe nodding your head gently yes, and gently no. Inhale your way back to center, lifting up into high heels. Exhale and lower your heels. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale and lower your heels. On your next exhale, bend your knees, engage your core as you walk your palms back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold once more. This time as you inhale, rise up all the way. As you come into standing, find your mountain pose. Bringing your palms onto your hips, cross your left ankle over your right. Inhale your arms up, exhale and find a forward fold. You can always bend into your knees here. And if your left heel lifts off the ground a little bit, that's okay too. Just notice a different sensation in this variation of a forward fold. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk your palms forward as you come into a side plank, lifting the right arm high, shifting your heels towards the left. As you exhale, reach your right palm underneath you. Inhale the right arm up, exhale, reach it under. Inhale it up, exhale, reach it under. Exhale the right palm down, coming into your plank pose. Engage your core here. As you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of your left wrist. The back knee is lifted up this time. If you need to, you can always touch it down to the mat. As you exhale, straighten out the front knee and shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale and shift forward. Exhale and shift back. With your next exhale, step back to your downward facing dog. Catch your breath here. As you exhale, bend your knees and walk your palms back towards your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. As you inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Placing your palms on your hips. Cross the right ankle over your left this time. Inhale the arms up, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you fold forward. And notice the sensation here in this space. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Lift up the right heel if you need to. Find your balance and find your breath. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk the palms forward. Shift your heels to the right. Left arm lifts, side plank. Exhale, reach the left arm under. Inhale it up. Exhale, reach it under. Inhale it up. Exhale, reach it under. Inhale it up. Exhale, plant the left palm down, coming into your plank. Remember, you can always come onto your knees here. On an exhale, step the right foot to the outside of your right wrist. Again, keeping the back knee lifted if that feels good in your body. Exhale, shift back as you straighten out the front leg. Inhale, bend the knee and shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale and shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward once more. Exhale, step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot in between your palms as you walk your palms over towards the long edge of your mat. Let your toes point towards the corners of your mat. Inhale, rise as you find your goddess pose. Knees are bent, sink your hips as low as possible. Roll your shoulders down and back rather than leaning forward. Keep a nice and tall spine here. You can bring your palms to heart center as you find a few breaths. Bringing your fingertips behind your ears, reach your right elbow towards the right thigh. They never have to touch. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Take one more round on each side. As you come back to center, straighten out your legs. Point your toes towards the long edge of your mat or slightly in towards each other. Hinge at the hips and find your wide leg forward fold. Breathe here, engaging your core, staying strong in your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway as you heel-toe your feet towards each other and then find a seat. Bending your knees, feet flat on the mat. Exhale, lay all the way onto your back. Take your heels towards the edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in towards each other. Arms go up overhead, elbows bent. Find your passive rest pose as your final resting pose for this practice. Stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, roll over onto one side and then press yourself up into a seat. Thank you so much for joining me in that flow. If you found it beneficial, please be sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Also be sure to share this video with those you care about and on social media. If you share it on social media, be sure to tag me at Flow with Shreya. For more yin to yang flows, check out this playlist right here. You'll also find just yin practices and just vinyasa practices, as well as relaxing yoga videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.